What's doing? Welcome back. We've got another stock car on the dyno. Let's go and have a look at what we're going to get up to. That's right, this time we have a stock as a rock Triton. World class leading turning circle apparently. That's for you, Brent. These are really good. They're not known for their power by any means, so hence why he's in here for a tune. He has a bit of a camping and touring setup ready to go. This car is completely stock other than obviously accessories. No bolt-ons at all stock with a rock under here. Okay, so we're inside the car now. It's aircon in here, it's 35 degrees outside. Humid as, so we're inside the aircon. So we're a complete stock car. Customer wants just a little bit more power and torque. So we're going to leave the DPF in, everything all connected, everything all running as factory, but give a bit more power and torque. So this is the sort of series I'm going to be doing. You've seen the D-Max in the last one. This will be the Triton in this one, just to show you what a stock car can do without having to do any upgrades. And is it worthwhile? 100%, but at least I can show you. So I'm sitting inside here. We've got traction control lights on because I have to disconnect the rear wheels to make sure we can do skids on the dyno pretty much. Dyno's up here. Oh, I have to open the window and get the aircon out so you can see. So we're up and running, we're at 78 degrees, it's idling away. Intake air temps at 63. So we might do some logging so you can see what's going on as well there. All right, so we're currently running along here. We're doing, what are we doing, 55 k's an hour, 1600 RPM, intake air temps and boost. You can see all the readings there. So we'll get this up to 59 k's here, 60, 59, 60 k's. We're in fourth gear. We'll hold the dyno there. We'll load it up. And we'll let the dyno go. So there you go, run it up. We'll get out of the aircon and we'll go and look at the dyno so we can see some results, see what things have done. And we might do a couple other runs as well behind the scenes so we can try and give you some actual figures. There it is there, 107 kilowatts, 377 Newton meters. Now if I just adjust this screen, so if I just adjust this screen down here, we're going to mouse to work. We'll click on this one. So now we can see what we have here. Get some focus for you. So our intake air temp was at 60 degrees and it peaked out at 66.8. Our AFRs started in about 18 or so, then come out and sit under about 19, come through and taper off. Again, that's our max at 24, and our boost maxed out at 24 psi. So that's our stock figures. So we'll get a file loaded in. I've already sucked it out with our software here. So I'll do some tuning and we'll see if we can make these things a little bit better. All right, so I've had a bit of a page up, page down, move some things around in the tune. Like I said, these things are pretty basic, pretty easy, especially if we're doing a stock tune. If we're modifying, obviously, with exhaust systems, injectors, turbos, airboxes, all those things, if we're moving the MAF sensor, anything like that we need to do, we need to calibrate, obviously, to suit. This one's the stock, so we can pretty much just run in one of my base files, make sure it's all okay. I've done a heap of these things, so I've got a basic idea where they need to be. So let's load this in and we'll get stuck in. So we'll press our old righto button on there. We better turn our ignition on. We got a charger on so we don't go flat. And she's going to start writing the file in for me. So we'll let that run for a couple of minutes and then we'll get back up on the dyno. All right, so I've just got Jess over here on the camera. I'll run this up so you can see an external view. We're just in the fourth gear. And we'll do the same thing. We'll get the hold at 59, 60 k's an hour, so we'll get a nice low RPM. Alright, we'll load this dyno up. Let's have a look at the numbers. All right, so I ran it up. Didn't go as well as what I thought it would, so we might have to have a look at the map. But let's have a look up in here. So we can see here, we went to 127 and 406. So we've got some good gains, you know, about 20%. I can't do maths at the moment off the top of my head with that, but there's what, 30 odd Newton meters there as well. So our bottom end here is a problem. So if we can pick up more torque that'll change. If we pick up more power, it should carry that through a bit higher up as well. So let's have a look at the boosts and AFRs. So you can see our manifold, we peaked out at 29.5, but this boost down here just needs a bit more control. AFRs, we've dropped down a little bit, so we're down, it's a bit too rich down here, so that's why we need a bit more boost. And our intake air temps were under what we had before. So, but we'll have a play with these numbers and see what we can do. All right, so I didn't bore you with another dyno run because they all look the same, they sound the same, they don't do anything cool. But just so I've just run it up again, and U-file got a little bit better, but I still think there's more in it. So we've run it up, so now we've cracked the 130 and 440, so we've picked that torque up in the bottom down here, picked up that little bit of power, but I'll just change it to the AFR and boost, and you'll see what's going on there. So you can see here, we picked up our boost a little bit more down low, and we carry that through, still a peak of 28. And we have here our AFR, so same thing, I just got a little bit less fuel in because we've got more boost in. So we can just try and control this a little bit here. Our intake air temps have obviously gone up a little bit because I've ran it up again back to back, so it's gone back to where it was before. But we'll see if we can fix this up and see if we get some good results. It is quite warm in here today, still 33, 34 degrees. So I'll let the car cool down a little bit and see if I can get some results. We got it sorted. So after 3 or 4 runs playing around a tune, I said we don't just load a file here and go. We make sure everything is right. So AFR is now good, boost is now good, power and torque are good. So finally now we've hit the 144 kilowatts and 475. So picked up that 100 newton meters, which I was trying to chase for, and we picked up almost 40%, 30% there in power. So now you can see we've got a nice big power curve across the top compared to the original run. There's a big gap, nice big gap here. And our torque's the same, so we've got a nice big gap. We don't have this lull spot down here, it just carries through nice and flat torque curve. So this car will drive. Here's the proof, I guess. So AFR is now much nicer, flatter line through here. If I roll this out, you see it's a lot flatter. And our boost, we carry it through, we peak out at 30 pound, 29.5 pound. And it's a nice flat boost line. And like I said, our AFRs are very nice and smooth. They fatten up the top just to make sure it's nice and, well, not the top mid-range, and make sure we get a nice bit of torque range there through there. Our intake air temps dropped down a little bit again because I let it cool down, but it's still obviously peaked out up top, so not too bad. Well, that to that's quite a lot, so maybe an intercooler would definitely help this thing out. You can see here, the intercooler pretty much sits in behind the bull bar, so it's quite restricted and it's only little. So an intercooler, which takes up a lot of this, would definitely help. So yeah, might be a bit of an upgrade. Big intercooler in here, make this thing go a little bit better, keep those intake air temps down. And keeping those intake air temps down will keep your power and torque up. So it's not going to make you more power, it's just going to keep it more consistent. So if it makes 144 kilowatts at a good air temp, it's going to make that constantly, well, as much as it can be, as long as the intake air temps go up. But as long as the intake air temps stay low, it'll make that power constant. Instead of getting to 70, 80, 90, 100 degree intake air temps, it'll start pulling power and torque, and it'll be a bit of a dog. So big gains. So there we have it, that's it for this one. Tritons, they're all pretty much all the same in this range, MQ, MRs, wherever they are. They're all pretty much the same, manual or auto, or you can do both. Exhaust systems, off-roading use only ones, or standard ones, EGRs, DPFs, intakes, manifolds, turbos, injectors, intercoolers, snorkels, airboxes, all those things we can get you all covered for. So if you don't have a stock one, don't panic, we can get you covered. This is just to show you a stock car, what the gains can be without doing any changes to anything else. And generally, I'd probably say, I don't know, 60-70%, maybe 70% of people, that's all they want. They just want more power and torque, keep the car safe. This has only got 50,000 Ks on it, so you still got warranty there. We haven't modified anything in the exhaust system, we haven't modified any intake system, and we try to keep it all within the safe parameters. You can see there the AFRs are really safe, boost is really safe, and it'll be a really good car to drive. So that's it for this one. For you Triton owners, I'll keep moving on with different cars and try and do different things, Rodeos, Colorados, Navaras, Hiluxes, all those things, so you can see. But that's it for today. Make sure you hit that like, hit subscribe, make it worthwhile doing these videos so you guys can keep on looking at them, and that'd be really, really good, so we can get some more subscribers on board and make it worthwhile. That's it for me. Hit that like, hit the subscribe, and I'll see you next time.